Good morning. I'm super excited to be here. I'm partly going to celebrate with you today. And so I'm going to try and pay attention to the live chats here. So I sent out a notice. I hope you can join me in the chat. I'll be happy to answer questions if you pop in or have any comments. I'd sure appreciate that. If you could manifest, or you have the ability to manifest anything you want, does it come with a warning label to, like, if you get out of control with manifesting? Today, I'm going to talk about manifesting and spiritual awakening and the interrelationship to those. My name is Amira Hall. I am a psychic medium. I'm a manifesting mentor, and I'm here to help you move past the pain and turn it into power or to profit, whatever that looks like to you. I'm super excited to shout out and celebrate with you Donna over there in Dubai, one of my clients who reached out to me last night with a message on WhatsApp telling me that she got the job that she had applied for and has been waiting a long time. It's a government position, so those things take time. So I really want to congratulate you, Donna, and say hello to the whole family as you come into celebrating Eid. What a wonderful gift and thing to celebrate. So, manifesting, getting what we want has been a long time passion of mine. How about for you? Is that something that you've been, wanting? We want what we want, right? And if you like that, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, just so YouTube knows this is the vibe you want to plug into. Is that there's a secret to that. And I discovered that, I started on my path, I think way back in my 20s, trying to understand and learn about manifesting. But at the time, I was stuck in this vibe that I guess it was depression. I didn't know that. I didn't even call it that. I was really gloomy. I was really sad all the time. I'm an empath. I was so sensitive. My dad used to say, just stop crying, or just, if you wouldn't be so emotional, it wasn't only him, it was everybody. So, and it really, I stumbled. If you're like me, you jumped boxes, you tried a lot of different things. Oh, this sounds like a good course. Oh, that's a good training. And I jumped boxes. And it wasn't until I had my near-death experience in Egypt and I came back and I got fired from my six-figure job. Now, that was back in 1998. So I was doing pretty good, right? And, I had interviewed 3 different corporations, and each time I got to the level of the 3rd interview, and each time I was rejected. And so that was a big smack in the head. I was reeling from depression. I was reeling from the shock of what had happened to me, that transformation in Egypt, that spiritual expansion that I was stepping into. And it wasn't then that I finally realized that I needed to follow my passion. I needed to do something different, radically different. And that's when I started to learn more about my energy. And I had that out-of-body experience that explained to me where I went when I had the near-death experience. And it all pointed back to energy, my vibes. And as I said, I struggled with depression and anxiety and just, having to be perfect. In growing up, I still got some of those themes. I'll be the first to admit. Yeah, so that's what took me on the journey of exploring it deeper. And when I got committed into one modality or one focus point to heal myself, that's when the real magic began to culminate. That's when I really started to, I guess you could say, come into alignment. And because I believe spiritual awakening has to do with, yes, our awareness, our expansion and seeing things different. It's having a new, expanded insights, awareness of the world around us, and realizing that we are all interconnected, but also when you get to a point of looking for fulfillment, wanting to have a purpose, or the work you do has to be on purpose. And that's where, I started to understand that the chakras, when I really started to go deep, the chakra system is actually the system that refines our emotions, our thoughts, and these patterns on really an unconscious level, because we're working on the astral body, that energetic aspect to who we are, that then in turn manifests and develops whatever we get to experience on the outside of our life. So it's becoming aware. Spiritual awakening is all about becoming aware of your spiritual nature and being masterful with your energetic centers to create what you've come here to do, to manifest, right? We're all created in the likeness and image of our creator. And so we're here to do that. To explore our passions, our talents, our gifts. And we all have many. In fact, everybody says, oh, I want to open my third eye. Yeah, you've got a third eye to open. You've got your psychic and spiritual abilities to develop. They're all there for you. They're buried deep within. But you can't just go push that button and expect it to all be, on Zoom or download like an app. It's a process of integration. And, and moving beside or aside from the societal expectations of what it's going to look like. Years ago, I remember going to a teacup reader and she told me that I was going to be a counselor. And then she told me I was going to be a teacher. And I thought to myself, well, that's impossible. I went to interior design school. How could I be a teacher? I don't have education for that. So here I am, how many years later, it was probably 40 years. So moving deeper into the awareness of who we are as an energy being, as a spirit having a human experience. It's a process of self-discovery and exploration and how we're manifesting, how we're directing these energies. Even our sight, how we're seeing things is affecting and creating the outcome. And I want to share a story with you with another client that I worked with. Actually, she was an American gal over in Dubai, and she was referred to me by her doctor. And she was struggling with depression. She couldn't get out of this depression. She didn't want allopathic medication for it. So she came to me and we started working on her energy field. And what was deeper than that was she wanted something, a job or work that gave her purpose, right? She was married, successful marriage. Her husband had a great, successful business. The kids were growing, and she needed something for herself. So she was enrolled to the Stanford School of University. Her family had very high standards, and being well-to-do, she was expected to follow those standards. Now, Paula had this bad habit of creating dreams or ideas or new things she was going to do, and sharing her ideas at the dinner table was always a big old eye roll. Oh, here she goes again, right? She's got another idea, another great idea. And none of them came to fruition. So in working with her, we were discovering this. She said, I want to work with people. I want to do that. I said, that's great. So, and I was looking at her energy as we kept refining it and getting closer and clearing out the energies that we call depression. It's literally keeping our spirit down, keeping our vibrations, our frequencies low. And that's what we feel angry. We feel apathy. We feel uninterested. We're sloths on the sofa, eating bonbons or getting, binging on Netflix. And hey, I'm okay with binging on Netflix every now and again. It's just that if that's a pattern, then there's a problem, right? Pattern and the problem. So here back to Paula, clearing the energy, I said to her, do you like cooking? Oh my God, she just about flew off the sofa and hit the ceiling. And it was like I hit the jackpot, and it was bing, 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 bing. And she was so excited. And I said, that's it. That's your purpose. That's your passion. And she goes, oh, no, 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 my family will never accept. It took another 6 weeks for us to refine her to accepting this is her path. As she started to explore it and learn how she could merge making this a business and creating something that she would love and everybody would love her for it, it just went off like a charm. So I have to say, is she manifested private training at the Cordon Bleu. It's an Ivy League school of cooking. And she ended up private training because nobody else registered for the class. So she got a private class paying for group training. She manifested a man that had a a business in where she was going back to San Francisco, and he had a business selling lunches, creating lunches, making lunches, whatever you want to call it, for executives in these towers. And she was going to dovetail with him and sell the desserts in his luncheons. And so she had a ready-made business, right? And so everything literally fell into place before she finished her training. And, that's what I call, manifesting miracles 101. This is what we're all about, is getting in that flow and knowing that we're on track, and it's almost effortless. Did she take action? You bet she took action. And she investigated, she researched before she had the confidence that this would go, before she even presented it to her family. And, she used to go to bed with her kids. Well, now she was up till wee hours of the morning researching and looking and creating her new dream and her passion. So I say all that because, it is about doing the inner work, and then we can come into alignment with what we want to express in the world. And so many of us are operating with our mental intellect, and that usually leaves us in a place that we're feeling deficient or devoid, or wishing there was something more, or that's a job, and then maybe needing to discover our passion. So it does all start with your energy. It all starts with clearing the vibrations, the frequency, the patterns from all the outside influences that we've been directed by since we were born. And so that's what I do, is I help people clear out the clutter and clear out the noise and the chatter in our head of why things won't work, to get in the flow, to create with purpose, to create with joy, and just have fun. Have fun. Yeah. So I sure hope that helps you today. Go ahead and give this video a like. And if you've been here all this time, that means you're with me, and I appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that bell and subscribe so that you get notifications. I'll come back here weekdays. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And so if you'd like to send me or leave your questions in the comments below, I'll be happy to address them. If you want some information on a particular challenge that you're having and what you could do about it, I'll be happy to answer that. And don't forget to click the link. There's a link there for the reset, and it'll help give you a snapshot on what area of your life you need to focus on taking action, or where you're good. And we like that too.